Ours is a region that bleeds black and gold, and we've been rewarded of late with winning professional football, hockey, and even baseball teams. Sports is also a big business that draws visitors, helps fill hotel rooms, and supports a growing hospitality industry. Coming up later this month, the annual St. Barnabas Leadership Conference will focus on the role sports plays in our region. Matt Shaner is CEO and owner of one of our region's newest teams, the Pittsburgh Power. Jim Roddey, former Allegheny County executive, is chairman of the Leadership Conference Planning Committee. Good to see you both. Jim, welcome back.
Thanks, Bill.
Yeah, why don't we start a little bit first with you, Jim, about the conference itself. You've been involved pretty much since the beginning of this thing.
I have. It's the 26th year of the conference, and I think I've made 25 of them.
Okay.
We have a great following. We'll have well over 300 people that attend. The last couple of conferences have really been great. We had one on energy that was obviously very topical, and we had great turnout and a lot of good speakers. And then we had one on the military, the business of the military.
Near and dear to your heart, too.
Yes.
Being a veteran yourself, right?
Yes, and I think we had 5 generals or admirals, flag officers, and one later, right after, he was a 4-star admiral, and now he's the chief of naval operations and member of the Joint Chiefs. So he moved to the top naval spot after being on our conference.
Unbelievable.
So you see what we can do for your career.
There you go, the springboard for success. Well, and the conference every year does draw a real heavy hitter. Same this year, right? You got a lot of the
Yeah, this year's a special year for us because we've talked a long time about doing something about sports. And as you know, this town is crazy about sports, and it is a huge business. If you add up all of the sports dollars from colleges and professional teams, it makes a big impact on the community. And so we've got a lineup that includes Steve Peterson from the University of Pittsburgh. We've got Frank Coonley from the Pirates. We've got Susie McConnell-Serio, the Duquesne basketball coach and Olympian. Mark Hart from the Steelers. Of course, we've got Matt. We've got Ralph Sindrich, famous agent.
So you got both sides of the bargaining table represented here,
That's right.
Both sides of the negotiating table.
So it should be a great conference.
Yeah, well, Matt, tell me a little bit about the Power. What made you decide Pittsburgh needed another sports team?
Well, with the new arena going in a few years ago, and speaking with the Penguins and Mario Lemieux and all of the folks over there, and the way they treated us, and they were really excited about possibly arena football coming into town, and working with them, and working with the different folks in the city, and talking to possible sponsors, and of course Lynn Swan is a co-owner of the team. It just seemed to kind of all come together. We started the conversations back in 2008, and we started the team 2 years ago. Our first season, we averaged almost 10,000 people per game. Last year was a little bit less. We had some labor strife, but we've worked through that. We have a long-term collective bargaining agreement, and recruiting's been going great. And so we're really excited to put the team back out there.
That's really exciting. There are, what, 16 teams across the country in this league right now? And the league as a whole doing okay?
Yeah, the league's doing great, and it's real even, you know, from northeast to the west coast, from north to south. You know, we have teams in Pennsylvania, Florida, Texas, all the way out to California. So it's, other than the NFL and the CFL, the most competitive league you could play in.
Wow, that's really exciting. We just can't seem to get enough of this kind of stuff around here.
I know. It's going to be great for the conference to have all of those traditional teams that have been here for hundreds of years and a brand new team like Matt's team. And we've got a good golf story to tell. One of the participants is going to be Bob Ford. The great PGA pro from Oakmont and legendary golfer, and he's going to be there. And if you'd like to play golf, right after the conference there is a golfing outing, $350 per golfer. All of the money goes to the free care fund at St. Barnabas, and we're going to play at Treesdale. And the conference itself is free, as is the luncheon afterwards. And if you can either go to the lunch or you can go play golf and have lunch at Treesdale.
You can really make a day of it. That's right. That's great. Great to get the charitable mission of all of this involved as well, not just celebrating leadership, but doing a good cause. Do you just always have fire in your belly as a sports fan that drove this desire?
Yeah, I have. I went to Penn State University and was close with the Paterno family, and have always supported Penn State football. and always have loved the Steelers, and became friends with Lynn about 10 years ago when he got into politics. He and I became friends, and I always admired him and called him up, and he was excited to get on board. And we've gotten a lot of support from the Steelers. We actually practice down at the Steelers facility. Art Rooney's been kind enough to allow us to practice at his facility in the evenings. And so the one thing I love about Pittsburgh is everybody roots for each other in this town, and so the community has really embraced our team. A lot of companies have come on board and are sponsoring our team, and we have a lot of fans out there and a large fan base, and so it's great to see everybody kind of rooting for each other here in Pittsburgh, which is great.
Yeah, Jim, it is kind of an interesting town in that respect, and you're a transplant here as I am, but there is something special about the way people in Pittsburgh will come together to support a team or support a cause.
I arrived in December of 1978, and the next month the Steelers won the Super Bowl, and then the next October the Pirates won the World Series. I thought I'd died and gone to heaven, and of course it was several years then
quite a drought after that
before they came back. The Steelers did come back, but we'd love to have anybody in our audience that would like to come to the event. It's free again, and it's at 5847 Meridian Road at St. Barnabas campus, the Keene Theater, and breakfast is at 7 o'clock. It's an early start, and the conference starts at 8 o'clock.
All right, very good. And I assume they can go to the St. Barnabas website and get all the information they need.
Or you can call. I've got a telephone number here, 724-444-5521, and you can call if you'd like to play golf. We've still got some openings there.
People on the course, good.
Yep.
Excellent. All right, Jim Roddey, thank you so much. Matt Shaner from the Pittsburgh Power. Appreciate it.
Thanks, Bill.
And we'll be back in a minute with a little dollars and cents. Stay with us.